Hey everybody, Joe Lowry, what a day, happy Friday, part 2 coming at you. You know, we've been talking it all week, we're talking about it, it's been in the press, it's been all over the news, and that's the President Trump signing of getting the wall underway and so forth, and a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this and so forth. I do have an opinion and so forth. I will probably keep it to myself essentially. I just want to present you guys with some facts about all this stuff right here now. You know, President Donald Trump has been a very, very busy president since he took office, signing all sorts of executive orders and so forth, and no doubt this week he did sign an executive order. The executive order, by the way, let me read this to you real quickly. I'm going to read this, so forgive me. You know, at the Department of Headquarters and Homeland Security, Mr. Trump signed a pair of executive orders this week. He revived, one of the biggest ones is he revived programs that allow federal governments to work with local and state law enforcement agencies to arrest and detain unauthorized immigrants with criminal records and to help track and deport them. Let me repeat that. Agencies to arrest and detain unauthorized immigrants with criminal records. Now, I'm not talking about the person, the immigrant that's working at the Holiday Inn, the immigrant that's working at Burger King, the immigrant at Dunkin' Donuts and so forth that we're accustomed to seeing. We're talking about the illegal immigrants who are here breaking the law and making us pay for it. That's what I'm talking about. You know, the wall is essentially up as we speak. I'm not sure if everybody knows this or not. I'm trying to find a lot of paperwork here, doing a lot of research on this. The wall is essentially up, and I know I have a picture of it somewhere. It borders Southern California, Tijuana, all the way down to Laredo, Texas. I'm going to put this up real quickly. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's already up. Everything in red right here, essentially the wall is up. What they're trying to do is reinforce the wall, build some of the wall, structurize the wall to ease the burden off the Border Patrol units that are obviously overworked. It doesn't work. More people are coming in, less people are going out. It's really kind of crazy. Reinforcements are needed. You know, they've hired more Border Patrol units, but it's not stopping. Immigration is on the rise every year and so forth. A couple of things about the wall. We're talking about the tax and all that stuff with it. And I'm going to read a quote. This is a fact. This is just a fact out of what's going on. If you tax $50 billion at 20% of the imports of Mexico, which is, by the way, the practice of over 160 other countries right now that do this. However, what we don't do is we tax the imports and we tax the exports, but we don't let the imports flow in freely. We let the imports come in. I don't know if I said that right. Either way, what I'm trying to say is we tax it going out, but we let it come in. That's just ridiculous when you think about it. You know, by doing that, they can save $10 billion a year. $10 billion. That's the kind of money we're talking about here that will pay for the wall just with that mechanism alone. You know, other essentials here now, you know, the increasing of prices of, you know, in manufacturing in Mexico. You know what the number one thing in Mexico that's imported to the U.S.? It's the U.S. automobile industry. That's right. Ford, all those guys, they put all their manufacturing down in Mexico, and it's costing us to bring it back in here. Does that sound right? I mean, the people's concerns that, you know, the increasing prices from products manufactured in Mexico and then sold in the U.S., that's what a 20% markup is. And we're all concerned that it's going to hit the American wallet. You know, we're going to stop paying for these goods. Well, let's all stop right there. The biggest import is automobiles. And what we have to do is get the manufacturing of those automobiles back in the USA. So your hard-earned dollars that you're talking about will be bought here and spent here and not wasted elsewhere. This is all fact, folks. And another one that really kind of freaked me out was agriculture. Third most important thing from Mexico, agriculture, farming. Third biggest import from Mexico, farming. Does the U.S. not have farmland? Do we not have farmers who want to go back to work? Do we not have farmers who are doing everything else but farming that want to farm and that want to contribute to the U.S.? I'm telling you, they're out there. What was Farm Aid all about? I'm telling you, they weren't kidding. You know, and Donald Trump is saying, let's put America first. Let's do all this stuff. This stuff is essentially already there. Another quick thing, the North American Free Trade Agreement. Right now, Mexico is currently our third largest trading goods partner. $531 billion back in 2015. We averaged goods exports total $236 billion. and the U.S. goods trade deficit with Mexico was $58 billion. You know, imposing these taxes that we're all talking about is going to require the renegotiation of the North American Free Trade Agreement. Now, let me tell you something. If you were born before January 1st, 1994, you have absolutely no idea what the North American Free Trade Agreement is. We find ourselves in a deficit due to the importing of automobiles. Let's bring it all back, folks. Let's bring it back to the U.S. America has been number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 for so long. We're starting to believe that. I started believing that. I'm not telling you that Mr. Trump, didn't make me stop believe that or so forth. I'm looking at the press. I'm watching 7 different news channels, hearing 7 different news stories. Finally, I started digging. I just wanted facts. Give me the facts. These are the facts. We need to make America first again. The wall, he's making things happen. The wall's going to go up. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. The sun's going to rise tomorrow. The sun's going to go down tomorrow. All that stuff. It will happen. What I can tell you is that we just have to come together and do something. You tell me what you have to do. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.